Hi, this is Mati Fuller with the weekend reading for the fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Keep in mind this is a general reading. If it resonates, that's awesome. If it doesn't, this reading is not for you. So let's see what's going on with Aries first for November 15, 2019. Relationship reading for Aries, twin flame and soulmate connection for Aries for November 15, 2019. Okay, energy between you and another person. You got the Knight of Swords. You are moving forward full speed, both of you actually. Okay, your partner has the Four of Wands. They feel like this relationship has a great possibility for becoming a very deep and serious connection, possibly even marriage. And there's also something else going on in your partner's life right now. You got the Five of Swords. There's some kind of battle going on, not necessarily with you though. I don't see that as part of the relationship. So it's probably something outside the relationship that is bugging your partner, because they have a good feeling about you. And you have the King of Cups. You're totally in love with your partner. And you are also in a state of surrender, possibly in your life. You know that you're looking for something that you can't see right now. So you're in surrender. You've turned something over to a higher power, which is good. Where's this relationship going? Your partner has the Star card. And that means that there's hope, there's guidance, there's direction. And you have the Emperor. You would love to be in control of what's going on, but that's not always in your hands. That's why you have the Surrender card, the Hangman. So even though you want to be in control, you are actually not trying to make yourself be in control. You have turned it over to a higher power, and you're just waiting and being patient until you can see where the relationship is going. The card between the two of you is the High Priestess, so you're both being guided by your intuition. So let's see what kind of advice we can give to Aries. Advice for Aries for November 15, 2019. There's definitely a feeling of energy moving forward in the relationship, even though you are in surrender and you can't really see where it's going, but you can feel the momentum. It's like picking up, and speed is picking up. And things are going to be moving forward. You just can't see how and where right now. So we need some advice for Aries for November 15, 2019. Advice for Aries. Okay, so again, you have the Hangman. You can't see where this relationship is going right now, and it's kind of scaring you a little bit. You're afraid that you're going to get hurt again, like from a past relationship. But this time, you have the Magician, which means that you can do and be and have anything you want. You have the power to create the future that you want. And you also have the King of Cups, which means that you take action based on what it feels like in your heart. So I feel like there's no need to worry about this relationship right now, even though there's a slight worry about being hurt and being dumped again, and that the relationship isn't going to last. But I don't think that's an issue, because right now you know better. You know that it's better to turn it over to a higher power than to try to control the situation. So, and also the intention of the Magician is what creates the future. So if you really know what you want, you're creating the future just by being really clear about what it is that you want. And obviously, what you want is love. So just be as clear as you can and turn it over to a higher power, and the fears will basically dissolve by themselves. So that's the best advice I can give to Aries right now. You're doing good. Love is in your life. and just don't be a chicken shit and put the brakes on, because that always backfires and creates exactly what you're afraid of. So let's see what's next. Leo, November 15, 2019, relationship reading for Leo with twin flame and soulmate connection. Energy between you and another person, you got the Queen of Swords. Somebody wants to talk to each other. Be bold. Put the truth on the table. Okay, well, it looks like you actually do need to talk to each other. The cards don't look too good here. Your partner has the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands has to do with not knowing if they're really ready to commit to the relationship or not. So they're right on that tipping point where they have to make a decision. And they also have the Ten of Swords, which means that they're not feeling too good about the relationship right now. They feel like a victim. They feel like you stabbed them in the back. They feel betrayed. And it is very possible that you did betray them, because you got the Five of Swords. And the Five of Swords is kind of the bully who takes the swords from everybody else. He just wants to win. He just wants to be right. He doesn't care if he hurts anybody's feelings. So even though you want peace, you're not in a peaceful state right now. So where is this relationship going? Your partner has the Eight of Cups. They're thinking about leaving you behind. So obviously there is no commitment. They feel betrayed, and they're thinking about leaving the relationship. So they're not very happy with you right now. And you've been fighting and trying to win, but you also have the Empress card. The Empress is nurturing. The Empress is creative. There's definitely some feeling that you would like the relationship to go in that direction. I don't know why you're fighting with them when you actually do want things to be nice. But obviously you need to talk things through. This is the card between you, the Queen of Swords. And you also have the Fool card between you. So it's almost like you both need to walk your own path for a while and to find some more freedom and not focus on the relationship so much. And the Empress is the rebel. The Empress definitely wants freedom too. So it's almost like, right now, Leo, you need more freedom, or this relationship is not going to go anywhere. Maybe your partner has tried to restrict you in some way, and you just need to take your freedom back so you can stop fighting. All right, let's see what kind of advice we can give to Leo. Advice for Leo. November 15, 2019. You need some good advice. Everything is falling out. Okay. Advice for Leo. Okay, so the first thing I see here is that you have 2 3 cards. You have the Three of Cups and the Empress. And 3 has to do with joy, communication, expression, creativity. So it's time for you to focus on those kind of things in your life. Don't focus so much on the relationship. Focus on what makes you happy. Focus on what you can create today. And there's also the World card, which means that you have to connect with other people too and not just focus on the relationship. And you have the Eight of Wands, which means that there's a lot of momentum happening and you just have to learn to go with the flow. So it's almost like just allow yourself to be distracted away from just focusing on the relationship, because right now the relationship is not really, you're not really jiving with each other. But in the meantime, while you're waiting for things to calm down, you can always be creative and find ways to make yourself happy instead. So that was the advice for Leo. And then we have Sagittarius. Sagittarius, relationship reading for November 15, 2019. Soulmate and twin flame connection for Sagittarius. What's going on? These readings are like a weather forecast for the relationships, for the different signs. Energy between the two of you is the King of Swords. So you're both kind of stuck in your heads right now. King of Swords is only looking at stuff from a place of the head, not from the heart. So in my book, the King of Swords is a little bit dangerous. So your partner is looking at all kinds of different options right now. And they are letting their intuition guide them through the High Priestess. So they're just in a space where they're open to new things. And you feel like you have to do everything. Nobody's got your back. Life has become a burden. The relationship has become a burden. But there's still hope that something is going to get better because you have the Star card here. So let's see where this relationship is going. Your partner feels a little bit stuck in the relationship. So when you have this card here, the Seven of Cups, combined with the Eight of Swords, it basically means that your partner needs a lot more freedom than what they have right now. They feel stuck, they feel tied up, they just don't have enough freedom in the relationship. You've got the Death card. You're going through some big transition right now. Maybe it's the end of the relationship. Maybe it's just something that's going on in your life. I don't know. But between the two of you, you have the Seven of Swords, which is a pretty bad thing. That means that you're both hiding things from each other and not telling each other the truth. So in this reading, you have two 7 cards. You have the 7 of Cups and you have the 7 of Swords. And sevens has to do with, on a positive, it has to do with faith, and on a negative note, it has to do with abandonment issues, lack of trust, not believing that the relationship is as solid as it could be. So there's a feeling between the two of you right now that, and especially for your partner, that this relationship is not totally solid and cannot really be trusted. And the Death card is confirming that you're going through some kind of big transition. So let's see what kind of advice we can give. Advice for Sagittarius for November 15, 2019. Advice for Sagittarius. How to overcome this barrier of abandonment issues and lack of faith, lack of trust. What is the deal? All right, so the first message I see here is the King of Swords is still there. You're still stuck in your head, but where you really need to be is 3 of Cups. You need to be joyful, you need to be happy, you need to do what makes you happy so you can get out of your head, because you can't see the situation clearly. Look at this guy, 10 of Wands. He can't even see the path in front of him. You can't see the situation clearly when you're stuck in your head. You may be busy too, which doesn't make it any easier, but it's important to focus on what makes you happy and to find a way to get out of your head, because you can't feel what's going on when you're stuck in your head. And especially with relationships, you have to go by what it feels like, not what it looks like to the mind. Okay, so that was the reading for the fire signs. I hope you like it. If you did, please put your thumbs up and subscribe. And thank you for listening. Bye.